Wonder is acquiring GrubHub for $650 million. According to Grocery Dive, Wonder, a company that operates delivery-focused food halls and the brainchild of Marc Lore, will acquire food delivery provider GrubHub for $650 million from JustEatTakeaway.com. Wonder, which has 28 locations in the Northeast, also raised $250 million in capital from new investors after previously raising $700 million in March, with plans to reach 90 locations by next year. It should be noted that Just Eat Takeaway originally purchased GrubHub for $7 billion in 2020 and tried selling the company since April of 2022. Said Marc Lore about the acquisition, quote, "We're excited to soon offer a curated selection of GrubHub's restaurant partners directly in the Wonder app alongside our owned and operated restaurants and meal kits. Bringing Wonder and GrubHub together is the next step in our vision to create the super app for mealtime, re-envisioning the future of food delivery," end quote. Chris, do you agree with Wonder's Marc Lore that the world needs a super app for mealtime?
100% not at all, Ann. Not at all. No, I'm not buying this at all. And I kind of feel like I already have one, and I have many options of them. Like I've got DoorDash, I've got my local grocer, I've got Walmart Plus, I've got Amazon. So last time I checked too, the universal truth is I want choice. I don't want to be forced to use one thing as a super app, especially in America. So this whole super app idea sounds like something you say to sound cool when you know you really aren't. That's what I think about this, and that's my take here. Of course, with that said, I'm not P.T. Barnum, aka Marc Lore, aka the greatest investor showman on earth, but I just don't see the long-term play here, Ann. I really don't. The delivery space is crowded and it's consolidating already is another point I would add. It's pretty much a white label service at this point across the industry. I mean, look at what Starbucks is doing in the first headline. Blue Apron and meal kits, those are dying as well. I tried them. I fell in love with them during the pandemic, but they jilted me. I'm not going to go back in. I'm a jilted lover on the meal kit, so that's not appealing to me. So the success of this super app concept, if you get right down to it, Ann, the success of this super app concept has nothing to do with GrubHub. It relies on the restaurant concept in and of itself of what Wonder is, which is supposed to be more geared to the high end, which when I talk to people in the delivery space, customers don't want high-end food delivered because it doesn't travel well. They want consistently Chinese, Mexican, pizza, all those things. But I'm sure, but I mean, who am I? I'm just some pundit. I've been in retail 25 years now. Who am I to challenge the questions of Marc Lore and Tony Hoggett, recently of Tesco and Amazon Fresh, who both have probably literally on their resume no experience in the restaurant space? But who am I to question them? They sold Marc, and especially Marc Lore. He sold two businesses that never made any money and don't exist anymore. But who am I to question them? And I mean, come on. I mean, so I'm probably getting something wrong.
Well, I mean, if I'm trying to understand the thinking behind this, I mean, it was a steal of a deal. If it was, valued during the pandemic, $7 billion, and now it's 650 million, like, okay.
It's one way to put it.
What could Wonder do with this? They could get scale because of the other restaurants on the platform or people who are already going to GrubHub. They could allow for people to start to see Wonder's concepts and drive traffic in a way that maybe Wonder would have to invest a lot more money on to get people, over to the platform, and you've seen the value of using the platform. So maybe if you look at it as like a marketing expense that can help this. The other thing that I wonder, Chris, and this, again, I'm digging deep for some of the trying to understand this.
You're trying to find the good in this.
I'm trying to find the good. I'm trying to find the good in it. But like, do you think that they gain information from the other GrubHub restaurants on the platform? Like Tony Hoggett coming in here is making me ask some serious questions about like the Amazon approach to business. Like, does Wonder see like, ooh, Chinese is really popular and people really like hot pot or something like that in delivery? Like, do we create a Wonder concept now that delivers hot pot and undercut the competition? And now they have two hot pot options, and Wonder, like, do they do something with the data from that? I don't know. Is there still ties to Amazon where, yes, right now, part of your Prime membership, you can get GrubHub delivery, but do they start to use that?
That's an interesting question. What happens there too? Yeah.
Like, I think that I'm trying to dig, as you can tell, but I do think that there could be some things that they're at least going to put into practice and test with this acquisition.
The other interesting point about the Amazon thing, if you read the articles, they said that the Amazon partnership did nothing to help the GrubHub business, which is fascinating too. So that means you're buying a dime business. My last word on this, Ann, is my tell on how silly this idea is if the next thing Lori goes and acquires is a drone company. Because drones are coming for this space because they give more
Yes.
scale to last mile delivery. And so if he next acquires that, that means he's all in on like this super app thing and selling it and trying to get out with a big exit, like he has historically done in the past. That's my tell. So
Look out,
that's my
Drone
take.
Up.
I
They're
just I
coming
don't
for
I
you.
don't I already have a super app and it's called DoorDash. It 100% is. I'm sorry, Mark.